It's Monday. It's lock and load. And on a Ricola lemon drops, try and get through this one. Before I start on the topic, I wanted to say a word about our 12 missing Marines at sea, north shore of Oahu. It's a massive naval and Coast Guard search and local fire department. 2 Sea Stallion helicopters crashed in nighttime exercises, and this is the 4th day of the search. Well, the Marines are trained in getting out of helicopters in ocean crashes, but 4th day of the search starting to look pretty bleak. So say a prayer for our Marines. And without any further ado, I wanted to draw especially all my subscribers in the Florida area. I know we got some Ammo Mafia guys down there. FloridaCarry is looking for members to help them support this particular case, which I have a dash cam view of, where here on Martin Luther King Day, the main reason this person was subjected to a felony stop was because he was black, and his shirt wasn't covering his legally carried handgun, which he had a permit, CCW permit. And so somebody called the police and said, there's a black man with a gun. So I'm going to roll the video so you all can see the police dash cam. Stand by. And this is just so we can talk about it here. It's from FloridaCarry's YouTube page. And this is a government dash cam, obviously. Hopefully my laptop can handle all this throughput. If there's any delay, I apologize. His hands already were up, but probably the wrong t-shirt for CCW. Definitely the wrong color person. I mean, kind of obviously why they did that gunpoint felony stop on him. So, as you can see, he had every legal right to be doing that, except he just needed a better shirt. And if it was a white person, they probably would have said, pull down your shirt and check his CCW permit. But so you can still be arrested primarily for being black in America. So we got a ways to go. And I'm gonna I really don't know what to say about it. It's Martin Luther King Day. We're all we have a black president and all, but this is about more than that. We got a whole country that is arguing over everything and is radically divided, not because he's black, because of his left-wing views. So, and it's like the black codes that they passed. The equal rights, the 14th Amendment, I think, before. I don't see what people are saying there in the gunchannels.com/HVS lobby. You can check that out on gunchannels.com, and check out FloridaCarry. They're representing the young man in court. I think he only got had to pay about $300 in court costs, and that's it. That was his only penalty. So see. In other news, I did want to mention that Jesse James had ordered an MH1 optic, and the shipment is delayed from January to February. If you're following all the Mikey Hartman optics and the red dot. So for no reason, there's a delay in shipping stuff from Israel, I guess. And picking a VX3 optic of some kind for my CZ527 carbon. And I was just really curious, what people think about this particular traffic or this particular stop, felony stop at gunpoint, of somebody who was just walking down the street, with a permit and a gun. So, and there's over 1 million CCW permit holders in Florida. So you think the police would know that at least some of them would be black, So why was this man targeted if it wasn't racial profiling? But anyway, Bloomberg stepped in, and I guess they're filing amicus briefs and stuff because it's such an obvious win for this young man and I guess carry rights in Florida that they need to try and screw him over somehow, I guess. But that's Michael Bloomberg for you. It's only his opinion that counts. The rest of America be damned. But that video I thought was pretty shocking. So, maybe you've been singled out, for whatever your race or religion is once or twice in your life, maybe not by the police, maybe just by some asshole or group of assholes. But always when it's the police and done with, color of authority, it's worse. It's always worse. And so I thought there might be some, viewers, especially like some ammo mafia guys that could help get this out there and spread the word that, FloridaCarry could use a few members. I think it's $25 a year to join. And they have events and some interesting, what's the word I'm thinking of? Gun trust information. They're pretty active legislatively and in the courts. So anyway, it's worth a look. Let me see if I could dig up their site. It's floridacarry.org. And let's see. Let me just hit a screen share button. Yep, there you go. So, I think they're giving away some super expensive gun But anyway, as far as the NFA trusts go, just go to the website and check it out. I'm going to need another Ricola. One sec. Been fighting down the respiratory infection from hell. Anyway, check out that site if you're in Florida, and even if you're not. But they do a lot of good work, and I could use a little bit of help. Not much, just a little bit. And it's always Hawaii Volcano Squad wants to help out Second Amendment rights in America and around the globe, gun rights, whenever I can. There was an interesting article, local paper. Some liberal wrote an article, bashing Republicans and Fox News and gun rights. And the funny thing they said was, like somebody's dog could get a hold of a gun and make it go off. I was just like actually they said somebody's dog could get hold of an AK-47, make it go off. I've never seen a dog. I saw a video of a monkey, but dogs don't have opposable thumbs. So I don't think a dog could fire an AK, but it's a strange world full of strange, so I just told him that, don't worry about Obama. I'm sure he'll be able to make a living on speaking fees at, marijuana co-ops around the nation after he retires from president. Something like that. But why is there not a civil rights lawsuit, by the federal government against the police force for doing this? Because he's obviously felony stopped only because he's black. So I hate to see that kind of thing in America, but what can you do? You can support FloridaCarry, I guess, and let them do the voodoo that they do. So check them out. It's a worthwhile organization. I think they're doing some kind of gun giveaway too. But they have NFA trust info, and it's not that expensive to join for a year. And I know Sean, who runs the organization, is on gun channels, and he'd really appreciate any help. So I'll roll the video one more time, and the link to the video is actually in the video description. If you're watching external on YouTube, and thanks for watching it. Also, the link to FloridaCarry is in the video description. So let me screen share the page one more time. Right. So many buttons to push. All right. Yep, there we go. Hey, while you're at it, sub his YouTube channel, Florida Open Carry. There he is, just a black man with a gun, so obviously. I mean, his hands are already up, man. Can't you see that? He knows to do that because he's black, obviously. Probably isn't the first time black man has been felony stopped for no good reason. There before the, but for the grace of God go I, right? Now they're going to search him to make sure he isn't carrying any joints or anything illegal. Because obviously he's black, so he should be, right? I mean, come on, man. Give me a break. It's supposed to be America. That Chinese restaurant will be famous. Peking Chinese restaurant. That's it. That's all she wrote. All the dash cam footage, I guess they could get. So this is thought it'd be a decent thing to do on Martin Luther King Day to try and get this man some help and help by way of helping out FloridaCarry, who is helping him in court. So thanks to Sean for helping him. As far as the case goes, Sean said it was a heads we win, tails they lose. But you know, when Bloomberg starts throwing amicus briefs and money at at a perfectly valid case, you know, well, look what happened in Peruta. Damn amicus briefs. And not responding from Firefox. I guess one day I'm going to have to get Google Chrome. But anyway, so whatever race you happen to be, you know, you can be targeted, whatever your religion is, you know, it's a bad reason to let the police, you know, do felony stops just because of your race, religion. Obviously, he could have had a better choice for T-shirts for concealed carry, but I think he was new to, you know, being a concealed carry holder. So one thing we should do is FloridaCarry should buy the guy a better CCW shirt, you know, so sign up and tell Sean. But, you know, they could have just stopped and said, excuse me, sir, if you have a CCW, your gun is showing and open carry is illegal, so please cover it up and show us your CCW permit. You know, he wasn't doing anything wrong. Just accidental exposure of a gun because he needed a better shirt. So, but the main reason they felony stopped him was obviously because of his race. So I thought I'd bring this one up. I hope some Florida people watch it and sign up for FloridaCarry. Thought it was important enough on this Martin Luther King Day to make a show about, you know, I know every police officer's first job is to make sure that they go home every night, but the way they did this stop makes no sense to me. So, and I don't think it made much sense to the judge either. So, there was a dash cam video made available by the police, and you know, they can correct whatever the problem is in Florida and around the country, so this doesn't happen again to anybody. I'm going to check thegunchannels.com HVS chat room there and see if there's anything happening there much. And let's have a look. Yeah. Well, profiling or racism will not be removed from the United States in my lifetime, but hopefully over time enough people will notice it in Florida, and more people sign up for FloridaCarry. Tell them that Hawaii Volcano Squad sent you. But you know, it's there's a place for profiling, but just some guy walking down the street. The place for profiling is at the airport. Okay, it's not just somebody walking down the street. In a high risk, target, known terrorist target area. Okay, profile. Walking down the street, no, that's no place for it. I mean, if it's like an airport or a nuclear power facility or something, or a cruise ship or some place that that is specifically a target for terrorists, then it's okay to profile based on terrorism. But this particular type of profiling, just a man walking down the street, I will never know what it's like to be black. I know what it's like to be Jewish, but I do not know what it's like to be black. So just I'd like for people to keep that, everybody has these Second Amendment rights and in America. And, it really shouldn't matter what color you are as to how you're treated on this one. So anyway, I'm not going to preach on a soapbox at you guys. So this is just, all know me, I'm a Second Amendment guy. So I guess this will be another pretty short show. As far as what's going on in the world, let's see. Well, I think the stock market got a break from crashing through the floor. It was down like almost 500 points the other day. Maybe people's 401k will get a break tomorrow. And with tax returns coming up, people have some money for guns. Or in my case, optics. Because I'm going to be ordering a VX3 tomorrow for my CZ527 carbine. All right. So I think that pretty much covers this show for tonight. Probably not setting the world on fire, but I think I'm hoping over time people notice this video and support FloridaCarry. All right. This is Hawaii Volcano Squad signing off on Martin Luther King Day. God bless America.